Hey everybody, this is Unisharks coming back to you at long last. This is Mako Shark, joined by my co-host Lemon Shark and Hammerhead.
Hi. How's it going?
I for- I forgot our names.
I actually, I actually did too. I finally snatched him back out of my mind at the last second. So, um, just wanted to give kind of before we get into our topics today, our show. We just wanted to talk about where we're at, what we're all up to. So I'll start. I just joined the Colorado State Patrol. I'm not going to tell you where I live in Colorado, but yeah, I joined Port of Entry, which is pretty. It's not too like dangerous or anything. It's just checking trucks, making sure that they're not dangerous, that they're not smuggling anything.
It's not dangerous. Just making sure everything's not dangerous.
Yeah, and actually, that's a great way to put it. So just yeah, a lot of it's just checking to see if the documentation is updated, if they have current registration, stuff like that. Every now and then it will be like, oh yeah, this guy's tire is about to explode. He needs to pull over, or he's got a big crack in his drive shaft. But for the most part, it's just normal stuff. So although you wouldn't know it, the what all the stuff I had to do in the academy, it's a full-on paramilitary boot camp. So just getting screamed at for not sitting up straight and stuff like that.
Good.
So, and I've actually moved to a new town. I was kind of nervous about it, but honestly, it's not a bad place. I mean, lots of good restaurants and things to do around. So, yeah, not bad.
Cool.
Are you still living with your sister?
Yeah, my sister and I are roommates in our apartment.
Nice, nice.
When's she
Or I
gonna
guess
be
we're
on here?
When what?
When's she gonna be on here as a guest?
Oh, whenever she wants, I guess. We've had your sister on here.
Yeah.
what type of shark would your sister be? Mako.
Mm.
Almost
Something
forgot
Looks
your
like
name for a second.
Is there an aggressive small shark?
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Those,
uh,
I guess bull
Goblin
sharks.
shark.
Those bull sharks are pretty big though. We've already had a bull on the channel.
Yeah,
And
we're had bull.
yeah, our other friend is Bull.
But um,
Cookie cutter shark.
oh goodness,
Ooh,
yeah,
a
Mako.
leopard shark.
Was you've played some Nautica, right?
No, that was mostly you and Lemon.
Oh, okay. I
That's
just watched.
I should have tried it out because it used to be on Game Pass, but I just never got around to it.
I love that game. I still haven't beaten it though, but I love it.
Okay, you know the little like in the starting area, and there's the
Oh,
little annoying shark dudes. What are they called?
are you talking about the exploding crab thing?
No,
Like,
no, no. There is that one, but then so there's like the long one that you break the teeth, and then
oh,
there's the other ones that like
oh crap, what
they're
are they called?
they're
I think
another type of shark that just they just bite you a bunch, which is annoying.
Punk sharks.
I know there's the sand sharks that come out of the sand and go crazy,
Okay,
and then there's the coral reef ones, not coral reef, the kelp, yeah, kelp forest.
okay, yeah, no, it's the sand sharks. That's what I was thinking.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
She'd be a sand shark.
Small and aggressive.
Well, they're not too small. They're pretty big.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still in Utah, not really doing much. I've just been working. Well, never mind. I am off Graves finally, which is nice. I've been on working the grave shift for almost 2.5 years. So now
Gosh.
I am on the swing shift, and I work instead of working from 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. I work 2 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I can
Oh,
still
nice.
stay up late and do whatever I want during the night, but I don't have to be awake, or I don't have to be working at that time, which is nice.
Okay, so
And
both of you are on swing shift now. But they're
Yeah.
different swings.
oh yeah, different speed.
Yeah. Don't you feel a lot better now that you're off graveyard?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely wears you down. If you did have any type of social life, if you didn't really do anything, if all you did just stay home and play video games all the time, I think it'd been great. But it's kind of nice to go out and do things with family and friends, So
Yeah.
it's tricky being tired all the time. I'd always fall asleep and crash at random times and hanging out with my family, and my nieces and nephews always get so mad that I'm taking a nap during the day. It's like bro, I've been up like 12 hours. But yeah, it's exciting. And also, I've signed up to go back to school again in January, so
Oh,
I'll be going back to do that. So
good, good,
Nice.
good. We can talk
yeah,
more details after.
yeah, great. That's bueno.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it for now.
Okay. Um, you guys have been a little bit more exciting. Well, maybe I don't know. But since last time we recorded, I've finished massage school. I'm licensed in 2 states, and I have an interview tomorrow
Oh,
as of
wow.
recording. And I have one job offer, but it's like super north in my state, and like a lot of things sound good about it. There's just a couple questions that I'm trying to get answered, but they haven't responded yet. So I'm gonna do a follow up message tomorrow since it's technically the weekend, or maybe they'll respond to me by the time my interview's over. So maybe I'll wait. But so either depending on how this interview goes, I either stay on this side of the state or I go completely like 8 hours north.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
But that place is actually still further away than here to my home. It's about 6 hours, but you don't want to go that route during winter because of you have to go through the mountains. So during like late spring to early fall, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But during the cold months, it'd probably be easier if I just like fly out to visit family for that.
Take a helicopter.
Yeah, yeah.
Private jet.
Um. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have that much money, but everything like it'd be a good offer, earn decent pay and everything. But it's just kind of some things. It's like, oh, if I stay over here, living might be a little bit cheaper, and so lower pay would be okay, and then I'd be close to my sister still, and
Yeah.
a little bit closer to my parents are and to my other siblings. Um, but the other one would let me, I guess, experience life more on my own, and that's kind of scary in a way because like they're adding a massage therapist at the place that I was interviewed at prior. Um, and like the owner doesn't. It's weird to say like he doesn't know anything. It's more of it's not everything as he expected. I would say like hours and um equipment. It's like I gotta watch out for allergies, which is kind of weird to say, but I might use an oil. I can't use peanut oil. Or a lotion has to have a certain thing, or it can't have certain smells, and so it's just a lot more like nitpicking that you don't expect when you try to do that type of career. And originally, after I got my license, I was hoping to kind of work from like a college or even work on staff at like a hospital that they kind of already have a routine of what they want. and they'd have all the supplies that they know about that they were in need. I might have to change some things, which is pretty normal, but not to the extent of this, which is what I'm a little worried about. The other place is like a wellness center as well. But I don't want to do a spa. So if they're more spa like, I might say thank you, but not my type of work right now. I do some type of spa stuff, hot towels and stones and relaxation and all that, but that's not my thing. I'm not gonna wrap you and uh, use salts and stuff like that. I can, but it's not what I wanted to do. I also don't want to work on pregnant women,
Oh yeah.
which I'm fine with it. I did fine, and I have before. That's just not my specialty. I'm more of, are you in pain? Let me find your pain and do that. So that's kind of my excitement. I also got to move this month too. I need pay rent as well. But that's not what I'm up to. This is something I need to do. I can't forget to do that. I don't want to get an extra charge, which is really
Yeah.
annoying. But um, but yeah, like I don't have a new job yet or a new location, but that's up and coming. I will soon, by like next year. It sucks. As of recording, who knows? You might be listening to this in January. Yeah, like, oh, you got a whole year to wait. No, I got a few weeks. But that's that's what's happening with me here.
Well, that's exciting. You get paid to touch people.
You little punk. You took that from me. You remember me saying that like a few years ago, right?
I think so, yeah.
That sounds so bad. I help with your pain. I can't cure. We can't say we can cure, but I can definitely help.
Yeah.
And for any viewers, we're not masseuses. We are massage therapists, licensed massage therapists. No happy
Yeah.
endings. Respect massage. We don't touch you anywhere like that. Now it doesn't matter how much you tip me. I'm not gonna touch your tip. This is how it is. Okay.
Anyway.
My dad's upstairs. I wonder if he heard that without any context.
I hope he did.
Oh, dear.
It'll be an impromptu guest. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Quick, throw the spotlight on him.
Should we share any memes? I mean, it's been a long time. Or was there one that we just recently saw that we shared that you really thought was funny?
Not at the top of my head, no.
I liked the petty Christian one. That was funny.
How long ago was that?
Not long ago.
Oh, the one on November 25th by was it Reed Choi? I think that's his name.
Yeah. Is this guy like when you're a Christian but you're still petty? Yeah, this
It's
guy
like,
play acting as a missionary.
yeah, he's like proselyting.
Yeah, and someone's like, I just don't know if I really believe in any of that stuff. And he says, what was it? Based off the size of your forehead, I'd guess thinking's not your strong suit anyway.
Or something like that, yeah.
So why don't we outsource the thinking to God? How are you going to have a 5 head and no money?
Like there's a few that I like from you, Hammerhead. Someone messaged, "I sneezed and liked all your photos," and the person replied and commented, "Damn, mommy, and all of them. I have the flu."
That was pretty funny too.
I also like the Duolingo one where it's like, "Let's review your mistakes at 3 a.m."
I have my brain at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm on a
Yes.
1,400 day streak on Duolingo.
Oh, wow. Bro, I almost lost my streak. Like I just noticed it was like I had like 5 minutes before midnight. I started doing it, and then like my internet like cut out, and like I lost all my progress, and like my streak went back to 0. But for some reason, they gave me a streak freeze, like the next day or
Oh, and I
something.
saved it.
Yeah, it saved it for me. So I'm not sure if it was a glitch or if they didn't want me to like stop playing, so they just gave me my streak back.
Yeah, no, if
That
I
was,
lose my streak, I'm done. I'm uninstalling. I'm not
yeah, after
getting back 1,400 days. That is almost 5.
like
No,
5 years.
well, there's like 50 days as well that we're not accounting for. So it's like 4 years.
Oh wow.
Let's use a
Yeah.
calculator. It's 1408. Yeah. 365. 3.8 years.
They're close to 4. Much more.
Yeah. So okay. So the Duolingo one you thought was pretty funny, and the Christian one.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, the dating one's pretty fun too. I'll share all 3 of them. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Does that sound okay, host Miko? Host. All right.
Sorry.
He's taking a pee break, I guess.
Okay. Sorry.
You going through the list or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I got distracted.
Any
Sorry,
object?
chat.
All right, chat. I am on Twitch now, by the way. I've streamed a game, and sadly, I was trying to. You remember Mako, like the checks bags that we got, and like scan the characters and all that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let me stream that game. I set my keybinds because I was using controller earlier for the first game I streamed, and I put 1 to like adjust the chat and everything. I put 2 to end stream. So
Oh, so
yeah, 4 minutes in to my 1 hour play time, I ended the stream and didn't notice.
Oh no.
So I'm a little sad about that. But so I might just play the game.
Yeah.
I'll just uninstall it. I played through the whole thing already and went through all the missions. I was gonna go through all the characters, but I don't want to like, sorry folks, I accidentally did an hour's worth and you didn't see any of it. I fixed my keybinds. I just got rid of that thing. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just do something.
Oh,
Do something else.
that's sad. That sucks.
Yeah. I just don't know what game to play right now. Ooh, I was gonna do Castlevania Advanced.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna do sorry, Aria Asaro, except I'm not a speedrunner. Sorry for your folks that have speedrunner. I have no idea how to clip through anything or do anything like that. Just gonna play the game like normal with lame commentary with no video because I'm in a shared apartment. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting off track.
Yeah, I still need to go back to Bloodstained and play the new DLC.
I forgot that they have it. But yeah, if you guys want to watch me, I'm fine with that.
That sounds really creepy out of context.
Oh, that's funny. You okay with me? Are you guys okay with me linking in
Oh,
the
yeah,
Discord?
sure.
Okay. If you guys have any as well, let me know. And then and any listeners too, if you want to watch any of us that do anything, we'll add our links and descriptions. Okay. Sorry. I'm not host.
Okay, so one of the topics we had, it's a classic. It's, I think, something everybody talks about at one point or another. What would you do during a zombie apocalypse? How would you prepare for it? So it's actually kind of a perfect topic because lately I've been playing Dead Island 2 and World War Z. So I have some ideas now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did you want to? It's
I was
not like you're
like,
going to continue there.
I wasn't sure if one of you wanted to add some ideas already. But let's see. Playing those games, first of all, you'll need to buy a lot of tools from Home Depot or what was that other place called? What's the other one? Lowe's? Yeah,
Yeah.
Lowe's. Some sports equipment. And it helps if you have an engineering degree because some of that stuff is uh, electrified baseball bats, stuff like that. So the biggest thing though is that if you can just, you know how some areas, some of the less nice ones will have like bars over the windows and doors?
Yeah.
You really just need that.
Well, it's very interesting because like zombie apocalypse. If it's the typical zombies, you only have to survive like a couple weeks. Because after that, um, the flesh will just kind of rot away.
Yeah, exactly.
And unless it keeps continually spreading, then um, you shouldn't have a problem. And then, sadly, other people have died, and then all that. And then, depending on what caused the virus in the first place, should be hunky dory. But
Yeah.
if it's like a game one, where for some reason they can survive, the flesh is not weak. Um, then yeah, that this is what we're talking about. That Left 4 Dead type zombies and um, what was that one game, Lemon, that you played? The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think, like you said, normal zombies will just rot away eventually, which I really think they need to start depicting because it doesn't make sense when they're like, it's been a zombie apocalypse for 5 years. And it's like, well, shouldn't they all be rotted away into piles of bones by now?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a movie that does do that. 28 Days Later.
Oh, really?
So yeah, the first one, well, they're not actually zombies. It's just everybody's gone crazy from some sort of virus. So kind of zombies, but kind of not. But anyways, um, in the sequel, it takes place. I think it's called 28 Years Later or something like that. But anyways, pretty much all the people who had the zombie virus, all big spoiler alert for a movie that's been out over 10 years, but um, after after all these people, these kind of died off, and they had to resettle the city. So the sequel is about people trying to rebuild society and trying to come back and like take over the cities again.
Hmm.
Oh, so that
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. I don't know. For me, in zombie apocalypses, I feel like I'm more worried about other survivors than the actual zombies themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we saw just like, we kind of got a taste of that during COVID. Just,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, people fighting over toilet paper and basic necessities, because they thought they were going to be stuck in their house for weeks or months.
Yeah, it's wild.
But
I mean, I try to,
uh-huh.
I try to be like, I try to think positively because like, not, I'm kind of annoyed with the trope in a lot of zombie stories where like, oh, the real monsters are humans, like humans are just horrible and like take away like all of society stuff and people are just monsters at heart. I try to think more positively because, I mean, we all just our society is built by people who decide to work together and eventually create it. So like, why wouldn't we start working together again? But at the same time, though, it's like I would be kind of scared to see like how most people would react in like that type of situation. And I think in a zombie apocalypse, my first goal would be to get out of the cities and go into like the not urban, rural areas. Just try to
Yeah.
camp out and wait it out.
Yeah, and and that probably like the craziness is probably the worst part of it because everyone's rushing, everyone trying that thinks that they are going to get affected. Um, and realistically, like the military isn't gonna disappear.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to quarantine and clear out things pretty fast unless it was like an airborne thing, which is a lot, which a lot of things cause. But it's so weird because it's like in the airborne zombies, people turn into zombies, but then you see people turning into throughout the biting, and then they focus on that a lot. And it's like if it's actually airborne, everyone should be it, and then everyone dies, and there you go, there game over.
Yeah.
Because how can you tell? Like you can see the spread. They can try to quarantine that way. And so maybe there'll be some survivors. But anyways,
Well, actually, oh, sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say my original pitch was not realistic because if it's realistic, there'd be a lot of things that would solve it before it becomes like a TV series or a video game. I wanted to talk about more like the video game wise or show wise. But anyways, before you were saying something.
Well, there were just two thoughts I had. The first one was about lemons, like going out into the more rural areas to get away from the city, from
Mhm.
the cities. I think the one challenge with that is finding food. Like how rural are we talking?
Uh, Probably, I grew up in a very like rural area, so probably where, yeah, I guess my personal backup plan when any type of catastrophe happens is go to my dad's place because he lives in the middle of nowhere and he's got a lot of food storage, so that's my backup plan. But if he wasn't there, I'd be kind of screwed. I
That's
mean,
fair though.
you could,
Like if oh sorry.
I said there's lots of wildlife out here too. I mean, even though I kind of live in a desert part of the United or part of the world, I guess. But there's lots of wildlife you could go hunting and stuff, but it'd be kind of hard to sustain on that for a long time.
Yeah, unless yeah, that's fair. If you can hunt or if you can make friends with a kind farmer who'll let you in, then that should solve the problem, I imagine.
Or have some guns yourself and make them be your friend no matter what.
Yeah. Or just eat the zombies.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
mm,
Turn the
yeah,
tables.
fair.
The fungus zombies would probably make some good soup.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's what they taught me at the academy. Improvise. But let's see.
I mean, for me, I would agree with those things, but I was just kind of thinking it's like depending on how long it is, you're gonna need to find like shoes
Oh
and
yeah.
socks and learn how to like make soap. Um,
Yeah, like I guess yeah, I think I see what you're getting at. Like the problem with moving away from an urban center is that there's less supplies unless you know how to get them or how to make them.
yeah, and so if you're able to find some way to get like a generator, or for example, that you can use, a couple hours of the day that you can like make stuff and then depending on where you live, if it's cold for heat and all that. Um and just kind of like those simple supplies type stuff, like backpacks and finding getting like a trailer of sorts, even like a wheelbarrow, something that you can like carry yourself. But I was also thinking there's also like all the rest stops that have like vending machines.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
You can
So
find one of those and bash them.
that sounds like rednecks would do great. I mean, they've got guns, they can fend for themselves, and if they need something else, just load the boys up into a pickup truck and go to the nearest gas station.
Yeah. There was one clip I saw that they like one dude was making gas out of like cooking oil, or like so yeah, if you find that, you can just go to the abandoned fast food places. The food might not be good, but you can like make gas out of the cooking oil that they have there.
Oh yeah, use that. Huh.
There we go. That's one way to
But
do it.
what location would you like to choose? Like you say rural, but would you prefer like Alaska or more like rural and say like Connecticut? I would not want to be center states though, because tornadoes aren't going to disappear. Isn't there a movie where they have a zombie tornado?
Oh,
I
probably.
mean,
There's
Sharknado.
Sharknado. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sharknado. Let me look it up while you guys talk.
I'd probably, I don't know, I'd probably do like Alaska or Canada, kind of more up more north where it's cold, because I'm sure like these zombies will probably freeze out.
Yeah.
But then you gotta learn how to stay warm.
I could do that. I got lots of fat that can keep me
Lots of coats.
warm. I'll
Yeah, and
take out a bear, and make friends with the bear, and you can keep me warm.
I don't think the power would get out over there. In all honesty, they probably still have power over there. The
Yeah.
problem would be how many people are up there though. Okay.
Well, the second thought I had was one issue I have with a lot of zombie stuff is how like don't think the military would be that powerless. Like famous thing is World War Z, the Battle of Yonkers, this army of millions of zombies steamrolls the American military. I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, it turns out apparently the government has a bunch of plans for like threats and doomsday scenarios, and one of them is a zombie virus. Like they actually have a plan in place in case there's ever a mutated strain of rabies that affects people and makes them hyper aggressive. So
Oh
I'm like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
no, I think we do better than how a lot of stuff portrays it. And I know it's fiction, so you gotta suspend your disbelief, but I just really like it when they put in the effort to be smart about it. Like with 28 days later, where, the zombies die out eventually. That's smart. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with what's it called? A Quiet Place or The Quiet Place. I feel like those aliens that showed up, I doubt they would have been like a world-ending threat. I feel like they would cause a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
The government would figure it out pretty quickly. Like, oh, they rely on sight, or they rely on hearing, like using sort of like noise flashbangs against them and wipe them out.
Yeah.
I mean, unless like a million of them fell out of the sky and overwhelmed it, but at the same time, though, it's like,
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. At least they kind of have it make sense where the aliens are armored, so it's harder to kill them. And, they're just falling out of the sky everywhere. But yeah, I agree.
Okay, I guess there's a zombie tornado in um that huge zombie show. Is it just Left for no Left for Dead the game? the
The
the series. That
Walking
was
Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. It was a comic series before. Okay. I guess there is a tornado of zombies in that.
Oh, geez. All right. So I think Hammerhead was going to drive more into like, what would you do if you're up against like the weird video game zombies, the mutated ones that you see in Left 4 Dead, for example.
Yeah. So I mean, you're kind of screwed over, anyways. But kind of the stuff that we talked about before, you want to keep that. And there are the rural. That word is so hard for me. um,
Rural.
Locations in that game. Like I don't remember. I don't know if you guys remember that one farmhouse with the
oh,
power all the
swamp.
generators.
I remember the swamp.
It was right before the swamp. We had
Oh,
to go like these abandoned buildings, and then it ended up in this one farmhouse, and you had to go through all these cornfields.
Huh.
You remember
I
that?
remember that one. Yeah, I
Okay.
remember we got drowned in the house a couple times and died.
That was a tough one. Like that location made no sense of how many zombies there were.
Yeah.
In a location of 3,000 people, up to 10,000 people, and that part of it, it's the outskirts. Majority of them would be inside the town, and then a few stragglers would gradually go over there. Unless it became like a domino effect, that many amount of zombies would not show up. So even though we're in that same game, that location would probably be pretty good. And the swamp place too. Who lives in a swamp? There's not gonna be that many there. I can see mutated ones because of the swamp water, but um I think those locations be fine.
Yeah.
In the swampy areas, I'm pretty sure there's fishing. You can eat alligators. You know, make an
Yeah.
alligator farm.
Just
Train
Those
make
alligators.
alligator
sure
armor.
next.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Make alligator armor. They can't bite through that.
Yeah.
Um. And so, just if you just tweak some things and added a bit of realism, it wouldn't be so bad. And actually, it'd be the same with like um I have a memory of goldfish when it comes to these things sometimes. Um, the other game with the mushroom people,
Oh, Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Last of Us, it'd probably be around the same setting unless it was something that would travel. Um, I think in the first one, there's a location with, oh, it was the dam, and had like the dam noise, which was essentially just a giant waterfall. Perfect location.
Oh yeah, I can easily keep them out.
Yeah, you can keep them out. Has electricity. Um, you have a food source. You could even plant near it. It's typically a little higher up in the mountains or elevation in general. It's hard to get to typically. Some dams you have to like you could drive on top, but um, a lot of other ones are just not. And then if hopefully someone that knows how to repair the thing is still alive, you can help defend the place. Be a great location.
Yeah, and I feel like you could kind of, I mean, we were just talking about the military and all that. You kind of rely on that to help because I like playing the left or the World War Z game. It's nice because the characters you're playing as are all military, well, except for the first one where you're just survivors. But, for the most part, the stories are about these people trying to get their hands on like weapons and stuff that they can use to turn the tide and take back their cities. So when they start doing that, like each set of missions you finish usually ends with them being like, "Yeah, we got the weapon. We're going to take our stuff back." I'm like, "Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
And they're well organized. They're well armed. Like they have communications. It all makes sense. So of course, again, that it would still be hard dealing with stuff like the tanks from Left 4 Dead. But if you had like an organized military team, it'd probably go a lot smoother, I imagine.
Yeah, like a well-placed grenade, take out a limb at least.
Yeah. Because I mean, in Left 4 Dead, we're all playing as just a bunch of scrappy survivors trying to get out of there. So I mean, they still managed to kill the tank.
Exactly.
But we're also good. We're good players too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have mods that make it more fun.
Yeah.
When it's more fun, it's easier.
Isn't there a mode Isn't there a mode in Left 4 Dead where you can play as a zombie?
Yeah,
I think there's a little multiplayer game.
yeah. You play as the different special zombies and try to take out the team of survivors.
It's
All
definitely
right.
fun.
The harder, well, one zombie infestation I don't think we could really do much about would be the flood.
Yeah.
Because, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it was wiped out like civilizations way more advanced than us. So,
Yeah, that's like a viral spore airborne thing.
yeah, that's before the infection forms start showing up and actively chasing you around the place.
Yeah, you just gotta leave the planet and not make sure you blow up any ships that they have there.
Just glass the planet.
Yeah,
The only way to
essentially.
be sure.
Essentially, it's just glass it.
Nuke it from orbit.
Hmm. Or you just abandon the planet.
Yeah.
If they don't have any way to get off, then you're usually fine. But they can control the ships, which is what you gotta blow 'em.
Yeah, that reminds me. I actually saw. Speaking of mods in Halo, just saw a funny clip where someone modded the flood forms into like some little singing anime girl.
Yeah. It's the Padaru, which is from Fate. No, not Fate. Yeah, it's Fate, and it's Saber.
Yeah, she's it's a mini Christmas saber singing jingle bells as she tries to jump at you.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my god.
sent that to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That was pretty good.
Surprised
Yeah,
that
then
doesn't crash your PC.
It would crash their PC.
Or crash the PC because of all the senior anime girls coming at you.
Oh yeah.
always dreamed of singing anime girls coming at me, but not like this, baby. Not like this. Nah, like
Anyways,
those. Oh, sorry.
oh, you go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, those and the Necrons. There's really not much you can do but just run,
Are they technically zombies though?
aren't they?
I don't know.
I mean, they're undead, right?
What are the Necrons? Was that from Halo?
No, they're from Dead
Warhammer.
Space. Oh, sorry. What did
Oh,
I say? Necrons? Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I meant the.
Or
What are they
Necromorphs?
called? Necromorphs. That's
Necromorphs.
it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, those things you're pretty much screwed unless you have like a plasma cutter like Isaac Clarke does.
Yeah. Well, like just the fact that the marker is what does the dirty work, drives people insane and to kill each other, and then they come back as necromorphs. It's like can't even do anything about that.
Hmm.
I mean, I think. Oh, sorry.
It'd probably be best to just run away or kill yourself. I don't
But
lie.
you're
I'm
going
just
to. You're going to with the marker nearby anyway, so
yeah.
And I think the third one, those one aliens managed to freeze all the necromorphs, but they killed themselves too while they were at it.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, just run or find something like that. Just know you might go down with the ship.
Yeah, they just bid time or bought time, I should say.
Yeah. Too bad we'll never know what happens next. Thank you, EA.
hopefully the remake does well enough they do more, but we'll see.
I know. If it doesn't, they could at least just write a comic book or something to finish the story.
Well, they have written comic books, but not to finish the story.
Yeah. So basically, space zombies, you're screwed. Normal zombies are easy. Mutant zombies, you get a chance if you pull together and get some good guns. Space
Depending on
zombies, just sorry, what?
depending on what they're mutant from. Are
Yeah.
they alien mutant zombies or human mutant zombies?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's Marvel zombies where you have superpowered zombies coming after you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just hope that you have better superpowers, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, it also depends on how many mutant zombies, because I remember I played Back for Blood a while ago, and at one point there was a level, they give you cards to switch things up.
Mm-hmm.
One card was like, there's going to be a huge swarm of exploding zombies. And I thought that sounded cool. And then as soon as I entered the level, there were 12 exploding zombies running at me. And I realized I wasn't going to even make it halfway through. So that was actually kind of crappy.
Goodness.
Like every single zombie in the map was now an exploding zombie.
Wait, which game?
Back for Blood.
Go Back for Blood.
It's a good
Yeah,
game.
I'm like, this is why nobody plays this game. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying the spiritual successor of Left 4 Dead, but yeah, that sounds pretty annoying though.
Yeah, it was. I was like, I couldn't even get through. Ugh. But anyways,
Cool.
any more thoughts?
I have a question. Have you guys seen the new-ish Planet of the Apes movies?
No, I
Oh,
hear they're really good, but
watch
Yeah,
the
they're
old
pretty.
ones.
Oh yeah. I was kind of curious. It's a different type of apocalypse scenario where instead of zombies, it's an intelligent life form that's receiving humans. And it's like, what would you do in that situation? It's like even more.
I'd fight them. I don't like monkeys.
I'd make peace, show them we're not so bad,
And
set
I'd
up
ruin
equal
it.
societies, and then I'd fight them.
Find their
Shoot on sight.
weakness. Yeah, I throw hands right when I see them.
Yeah.
Just slap a gorilla.
Oh, I'm not a gorilla. I'd go for a smaller one first.
Take the
I've had,
smaller one and beat the gorilla up with him,
yeah, there you go.
like
I'd say
Godzilla Kong. Sorry, go ahead.
that's what I'd say if I had my gun and they were chill, I'd probably be chill. But if I didn't have my gun, I would definitely not be sticking around them.
Yeah.
Because even the normal ones are super vicious. You have like a super intelligent one that could talk to you. It's even more scary.
Yeah, unless they're like Winston from Overwatch, it's like, how resentful are they?
Right, little crazy psychopaths with like 3 times the muscle mass type of thing.
Yeah, like if you ever seen a hairless chimpanzee, holy crap, they're jacked.
For real stuff.
But I will say the setting that we're in currently with chimpanzees is a lot better than they are in um those movies. Because like, oh, let's make them slaves. Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
terrible. That sucks.
Like if they're in another continent far away from me, like sure I'll have to live in peace. But like there's one walking around down the neighborhood, you shoot on sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's my little thought tangent. I was just thinking about zombies and thinking about instead of zombies, we've got a bunch of intelligent chimpanzees type of thing.
They're
No,
pretty
it's good thought.
similar. Cool.
Cool. All right. It's been almost an hour. Should we just wrap it up?
Let's talk about the My Hero Academia really quick.
Okay.
So the newest volume, 42. Well, people have said that the ending is hot garbage.
All
Um, yeah, and I'm not really too happy either. It's more of like, you okay? You guys okay if I share a little bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Deku, oh yeah, spoilers because he essentially, I'm not caught up with My Hero Academia. I think Yumeko are more caught up than any of us.
Oh, actually, I'm
Um,
not either.
but I guess he beats All for One by giving up his power.
Yeah, I did hear that.
And it's more of like oh, let me be nice to him. Like maybe he'll redeem himself type garbage. And it's like, no, yeah, he had a bad past and everything, but he's kind of a dick right now, and he's kind of irredeemable, depending on the things that he's done. And
Yeah.
so he doesn't have any power, and people were making all the McDonald meme jokes that he was working at McDonald's, but he's a professor at the school type of thing, which is fine job, but he could have been a top hero type of thing, and all his classmates are still heroes, and they kind of like ignore him.
Oh,
Oh, like they don't like actually ignore him though, right? Like it's not an actual plot point. They just don't show them hanging out with him.
Yeah, because they're doing hero work, and like no one cares to visit him or anything like that, that type of crap. But I guess there's like a school anniversary, and there's a lot of stuff because there's like 42 extra pages, and 3 or 4 of the pages is directed towards uh, Deku and Uraka
Hoo
and
hoo.
the main girl. They
Oh
both
yeah. Well,
they
I said hoo hoo. Sorry.
Oh, okay. They both like each other throughout the whole series, and the author made it canon essentially. They don't even hug or kiss or anything like that. They clasp hands, but they Deku finally like chases after her and like, I love talking with you. I don't want to just talk with you just right now. I want to keep talking with you and being with you essentially. And she laughs and it's like, oh yeah, me too. And there's like a thing with Toga, I guess. Like I guess Toga really did like him or something, and stuff. And so
Yeah, and she pushes Uraraka to be with him.
yeah, also you saw that part.
Yeah,
But
just random stuff on social media.
but there was a huge wave of a quote air quote fans of the series blocking the author on X because
Okay.
they're
really?
unhappy with that decision.
Oh, that it's just implied but not shown that they're going to be together.
Well, he's essentially showing that they are going to be together because they say that they want to spend time with each other, a lot more time with each other.
Yeah.
They both want to. And it's showing like Toga is like, yeah, share your feelings. Like, what feelings are you talking about? Like greed? No, I'm pretty sure it's romantic feelings.
What?
I'm just like people's exaggeration. And so I hear a good amount of it is garbage, and there's a bunch of loopholes that they didn't really settle, which is sad. Like,
Oh.
especially when there's 42 books, you can't make a solid ending. But I guess he's tired of it. It's like, we'll just make a good ending, and they'll be happy with it, and people won't want to kill you. Like the little death threats have been sent out.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
pathetic.
Oh goodness.
But it's just like, oh no, I'm being blocked by people that I have no idea who they are on X, and I probably can't even speak to him in person because I don't know if he knows English that well. He probably does by now, but it's like I don't think his world revolves around you. I don't think he cares. But so yeah, controversies there happen, of course. So
Huh.
I don't know. Did you guys kind of expect it?
I figured something weird was going to happen because I remember from when my sister and I were watching the show, that guy that could see into the future said that Lemillion would become the greatest hero of all time or in the world or whatever.
Who's that?
The guy with the blonde hair that can phase through stuff.
Oh, well, they actually do become top heroes. The top
Yeah.
three of the top three of the school become the top three heroes at the time.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so probably some weird thing's going to happen with Midoriya. So, I mean, at least he's teaching at this school. It's just, yeah, I do wish. It's not, I wish it had been a little happier. Like, I don't care if that's realistic or not. I just want a little happier ending where, they all stay tight and even if Midoriya doesn't keep his powers, even Uraraka at least, solidly. Well, they're like they get together. It's not just implied.
Yeah.
So and yeah, I don't know. I would like it if he kept his powers, but I can see why he wouldn't. I can see why the author would want to do something creative. I
Yeah.
guess I guess that falls into the whole: is it better to have a classic good ending, or is it better to subvert expectations argument?
I guess he does get a power suit later on as well.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm like, where are those all this time?
Yeah, like going off the sound of it, it's fine. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about it, but I'm fine with it too.
Yeah.
It's not like a badly written ending per se.
I guess the main ending sucks though.
Oh,
Oh well. How about you, Lemon? Any thoughts there?
Not too many. I was close. Sorry, not too many. I haven't really followed My Hero Academia since the second or third season, or whenever the first movie was released between seasons. But yeah, I kind of yeah, it's interesting how like what Mako said earlier about what's better to have a good traditionally good ending or like a subvert expectations ending. I think for me at this point, I think I'd rather just have a good ending rather than subvert expectations because I feel like that can go either way.
yeah.
People weren't good at Big Happy Ending either way.
Yeah, and so when something becomes that big, no one's gonna be happy. There's gonna be some people who are not happy with how it ends. I mean, Arcane just came out and it was amazing, but there's people who are complaining about how the second season was rushed and all that, even though really great. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little rushed, but aside, anyways, uh, yeah, it's. I think it's really funny how all the people are like, oh, "Wow, I don't like you. I'm gonna block you." And it's like, "Cool, sure, go ahead."
Reminds me of this comedian that's like, yeah, I was working at McDonald's. This lady said, "Oh, I'll get you in trouble with your manager." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure my supervisor's really upset that we've lost the business of one person. I'm going to have to call him up right now and explain to him how I lost Susie G's business. Oh, man, how are we going to recover from one person not buying our burgers anymore?"
I know. It's like all the books have already sold. I don't think he cares anymore.
He'll dry his
Right?
tears with stacks of hundreds
For reals, though.
or
You
thousands
can
or
follow.
whatever the conversion rate is.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that one, on that subject.
Cool. All right. I just wanted to share it. It was kind of a big thing right now.
All right. Well, we're running up on an hour, so we'll probably end it here. Anything else from anybody?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
All right.
It's been a
So now
pleasure.
that we're all, oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. I was about to say it's been a pleasure meeting with you guys again. I miss doing this podcast with you.
Yeah, same. And hopefully now that we're all a little more settled, we'll be able to do it more often.
Yeah.
Unless someone gets married.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening in. We'll see you next time.
Doodles.
Bye bye.
Bye.